Tower project?
Of course, let's start then, guys.
Welcome to the WorldCoin Talk community. I'm Glenn, your host today. Today we have joining us MT Tower. Meta Tower is a lifestyle and gaming platform that allows people to make new social connections, meet brands, and create their own world. Using content generated in Meta Tower, they'll run life as virtual influencers on all social media platforms. So we'll be going into the metaverse and the token and everything else shortly. But first, can you introduce yourselves with your background and experience, guys?
So maybe Gary, let's start from you.
I guess Gary first then, right? No problem. Hi guys.
You're late, so
yeah, exactly.
you need to pay for that. You need to pay for that.
Thank you. My name is Gary, and I joined the project just a couple months back, and basically, personally, I've got about 20 years of marketing, biz dev, and operational experience, and in this industry, I've been with it since about 2016. Um, Doing various different projects in the blockchain and crypto and NFT space, actually, in fact. And when the guys approached me over here regarding, coming on board, and after they painted their vision on how they actually want to introduce, how they actually want to evolve the Sony influencer space, utilizing the metaverse and all the other features we're going to talk about today, I couldn't say no. So a couple months later, I'm happy I joined. Over to you, Michał.
So thank you, Gary. Short about me, I'm the person that is involved in the advertising industry since last 10 years, and since 5 years I'm working for the metaverses industry. And the project itself, or the idea itself, comes to my mind when I was working on many of the metaverses. I just wanted to have to push my imagination a bit further there, what my clients already wanted. And I saw that there is a huge gap in the market as well about the metaverses, and the gap calls the influence, and the gap calls as well the lifestyle. I wanted to make my own lifestyle platform that will be created for mostly for the creative people that want to show their and express their own personality. I didn't feel good with the central land and the other metaverses that are very limited with the graphic, with the style, with what it's about, because mostly the other platforms are about the gameplay or the trading. So I want to make great tool for people that want to express their own personality, and that's why I'm here. That's why I started this project. That's why I try to find the people, the friends that wanted to lead this project with me and build around it a community. So basically, I was working in the past for the Meta, for the Microsoft, and a few other great companies where I met a lot of great people that helps me. And for now, they are in some areas working with us, helping us, always supporting us, and that's how we're bringing this project to life. That's how we bring already this project to life. So that's my background.
Great, Michael and Gary. So yeah, for community investors, can we have an introduction to Meta Tower? And is it being built in-house or is it outsourced? And how many developers have you got working on the project?
For now, we try to make everything right now to bring the soft launch as far as it can be with the tech and show community that everything is already created, and or most of things is already created. We didn't want to show things that are in work in progress. That's why we involved developers and art directors and advertising studios to work with us. to show, to bring, our world, that's our world already exists. Right now, till now, we have on the board around 50 developers from around for all around the world. And we bring to life this launch. We bring to life our macro page. We bring to life some parts of visualizations, but the renders that will be code and bring to the life as a metaverse. So it's not over promise. What we are showing actually on the project is exactly what we are working on. It's it's not we are not doing the advertisement, and we think about it a long time to not making the renders that will never deliver in the metaverse because it's Web3 project. So we are bringing to the life exactly the same things that you are seeing on the web page, and that's our main focus. So Gary, you want to add something?
No, not at this precise stage yet, basically. Let's move into the next question, and I think that will be where I take over a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Can I have an introduction to the Meta Tower, how it's going to work? Like you say, in the future, it's going to be run as live as a virtual influencers on all social media platforms. I know you've got a brand hero. She's actually in real life, so she be promoting the Meta Tower verse, and she's also got an NFT inside the metaverse as well.
Right. So you're asking basically just because apologies, it broke up for me a little bit. How it's actually gonna pan out, basically how it's gonna look, run, etc. Correct?
Yeah. The sort of nuts and bolts of the Meta Tower. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I think the first thing over here basically is before we get even into that answer, I want to stress one thing over here basically that again sold me for joining, and it'll also evolve into the answer as well here too. We've seen a lot of these blockchain-based projects, crypto-based projects, trying to force a lifestyle, a way of consuming onto users, and that's why we often see I'd say the lower rate of mass adoption, because you're basically in essence telling people how they should behave rather than easing them into your world. So what MT Tower is doing right now is, I'd say, it is evolving what we've gotten used to here with Web 2.0 social media influencer platforms, and even the influencers and the way brands interact with them as well. It's interesting because I had a conversation with a few well-known influencers who I can't name basically, but offline. And when I was describing to them, the kind of challenges, when we were discussing the challenges that they have, and as you can all imagine, it's pretty much down to the platforms, the mediums, right? It's restricted to video, it's restricted to chat, restrictions on characters on certain SoMe platforms, and so forth. And it's very interesting that I'm saying that it's restricted, and basically, kind of getting dated, because a lot of these platforms are not even 10 years old basically already. So one thing that I certainly see MT Tower doing is taking that evolutionary step of bringing Web3 technology and metaverse, but bringing it in a meaningful complementary to the current day-to-day lifestyle. So basically, it's not just like, we're not just saying, look, you can only exist in Meta Tower or not. And I'll touch on that in a moment. So the idea is that you come into this platform, you deck out your avatar. it is your avatar that is the asset now. It is your avatar that becomes the influencer if you're an influencer, and gains the influence in this universe now. It is centered around this avatar, but also around the landscape, the virtual landscape built within this universe as well. Now, that is another key change, another key element here, because basically, in essence, you're building up influence through this virtual persona, basically, right? Now, all of that said and done, still it doesn't kind of show off yet all the special features of what we're going to be getting into here. So I'd say the next point is that um, uh, where the gamification element, where the kind of MMORPG, like the World of Warcrafts and so forth out there, where that element comes into, this influence is gained, this influence is measurable, it's quantifiable, and it's like experience points, but for influence, basically. Your avatar gains value, and as a result, number one, your avatar also itself becomes, a tradable asset. So if you're a big influencer and you want to get out of the game, retire, you can basically trade it off to someone else. And that's quite a unique economy that we're building over there. It's like an influencer, management economy over here. Number two, due to the experience on board, there's a massive understanding of what brands lack in their current ability to engage users through the mediums that they have, be it video, be it the social media platforms, and we're going to be utilizing this space for more interactive way for brands to basically interact with the users. Look, a small example, of course, is X brand comes out with a new clothing line. Dress up your avatar, see how it looks on them first before you go into the real world, or you can click and purchase it in the real world. And this real world, outside of metaverse connection, is probably quite an underappreciated, but yet very highly impactful feature, that there is going to be a connection maintained between Web 2.0 platforms and MT Tower. That's what I was alluding to when I was starting off with my answer here, and I told you guys it would eventually, make sense. That basically we're not saying, okay, guys, you must come immediately to MT Tower, give up all your other social media platforms, give up all your other ways of engagement. No, in fact, what we're saying is that whatever you develop, whatever you build within MT Tower will absolutely impact your presence there, but you can also transfer it outside. So, for example, if you've developed some cool gear for your avatar, you can take it outside and post it onto Twitters or Facebooks out there and so forth. If you've got some great content going on in there, you can also transfer it out as well too. Basically, there will be this symbiotic relationship in the beginning to ease people in. And this is, again, where I see often is the challenge, I would say, in our industry, that it's either our way or no way, basically. And that's exactly what we're trying to avoid here. So basically, it's to sum up, you're going to create this avatar, you're going to continue to define them, refine them, gain influence in this universe, build yourself up as an influencer. Either you are already an influencer, or you might even be a user who wants to engage with their influencer like they've never been able to before. And in the process, you yourself become influential as well, and engage in touch with brands like never before. But again, within our universe, but also with the ability to share that experience outside of our universe. Now, of course, the ultimate goal for our platform is that eventually it's such a great job of evolving the social media, the community element, the influencer element, that people will gravitate only there. But we understand that that's going to take some time, and we're prepared for that. Mike, did you want to add anything else?
Okay, and I was just wondering, yeah, so say like, you could have some huge influencers joining Meta Tower, like say PewDiePie, would their names sort of be reserved, or could someone steal, really popular influencers' names before they could actually join the metaverse?
I'll pass this on to Miha because he knows the ins and outs of this one much better, I'd say.
So basically, each avatar is something unique, and it's unique, but it's assigned to the blockchain. So you cannot steal anyone's personality, as long as, of course, we'll have the hands on that to not copy anyone's names and anyone's personality. That's our challenge, but we are working on that. We'll add these legals as well on on our platform. But it's not a platform to engage people that want to steal your personality. It's a platform for people that want it to be unique, and we are giving the tools to be really unique without having this goal to be unique. You don't using the social media in this way. You don't using the Instagram to repeat someone's and copy someone's. You want to be special. You want to be always significant, better than others, and that's the spirit of the social media, of the lifestyle platform. There is no choice, there is no reason to copy anyone. You want to build your own fame, and you want to build your own personality. And in the future, we see the whole bunch of platforms that will give you the opportunity to use your personality. And it's not the answer, and it's not the thing that you will have only one personality in the digital world, in the virtual world. Probably people will have each personality for each channel, for example, and they can express themselves in the different way on each channel. So that's why we are processing this tool for people, because we are we seeing huge need of having this type of avatar, this type of way of expressing yourself. It's very similar to what people nowadays doing in the Instagram, for example. Instagram is a lifestyle platform, but Instagram is old. Instagram is getting really boring, like Facebook already is, and market and people will need new tools. So that's the tool that we are bringing to the life. And if I can be honest, there is no such kind of platform till now. If you go deep, it's not only about avatar. You will see that avatar needs NFTs to wear, and as Gary said, avatar is just a trigger to have whole ecosystem around him, and that's we are bringing to the world. Yeah.
I want to add something over here to what Michał just said about these other platforms getting boring. We pay a lot of homage to these other platforms, of course, right? They are excellent and strong step. But I think what it's more about is kind of what I alluded to as well, that we are beginning to see the restrictions that Web 2.0 is offering in terms of being able to express yourself. Basically, that's these two-dimensional platforms are being able to allow people. Look, they've done a very good job, and no one denies that. It's part of their success. Of course, it's a massive part of their success. So we're not going to say that these guys are, bad or weak in any way. But what we are going to say here is that MT Tower and the team here have identified those I'd say upcoming challenges in those traditional mediums and those traditional platforms. And I can't believe I'm calling them traditional, because once upon a time they were innovative themselves, right? And utilizing Web3 tech and metaverse tech, and of course blockchain and crypto tech meaningfully, right? Not just piecing together and using buzzwords and saying, saying them all in one sentence to get some sort of impact, but actually thinking with a vision strategically how to use this up and coming, actually this technology now, of course, in its current format to start evolving. And you'll hear that word a lot from myself, evolving what these other SoMe platforms have started decades ago and taking it into this new Web3 world. So that's just a kind of an addition from my side and a bit of a clarification of where we're trying to go with MT Tower.
I get what you mean, Gary. It's like 2D and 3D, Web 2 and Web 3. It's text, social media, chats 30 odd years old, and then in the future you can see people in metaverses with the VR headsets, and even in VCs like here we can get through a lot more speaking on here than we can typing on a keyboard. So in the future,
well, if you think about it, look at what we're doing right now, right? We're limited to voice, right? And this is limited. I can't believe, I'm very grateful for everyone who's here today, and this technology that we're able to actually speak together from around the world. But even our ability to use Telegram, voice chat, basically, right? It's something that we're hoping, maybe in the future it'll be, an auditorium, right, in MT Tower, and everyone having a lot more ways to engage and having these kinds of AMAs, even with more ability to engage myself, me engaging everyone here. Almost, we want to get to a stage where it's like we're almost in the same room together, basically. And as much as it's fantastic to be here and speak, with yourselves, this is also a very good example of how we've kind of reached, I think, the upper limits of the current Web 2.0, technological capabilities.
Definitely. I mean, we're social animals, we like to be
Absolutely.
face to face. Everything's got onto the internet and everyone's sort of isolated, and by having a virtual world with a headset on, you can be there face to face and talk to people, and it's super exciting for the future. So inside Meta Tower, I'm wondering, are you going to be able to own property? Are there going to be like concerts? What sort of activities will be available inside the Meta Tower?
So basically, we didn't want to sell the plots like the like what you are doing on the estate market in a real life. Of course, you have the plenty of possibilities to customize your own space, but you are buying that for the MT token, for the MT Tower token. And you are using that not to have it like the property to sell it after a few years or a few months. You have it to customize that, and you have the space. You have the space only to share it, to make there the parties with the celebrities, to buy the Spotify playlist and to listen there, to have the space where you can share your avatar in a nicely looking interior. So we are thinking about the space like a place that you could share, that you can experience with the friends that are actually in the Meta Tower too, and as well the place that you can feel private or feel premiumness with the people that you can invite, and the people that can be very famous influencers. So that is our approach to the interiors. If it comes to the activities inside the tower, it depends which floor you will be on, because each floor will be about something else. So we will not have exactly the same floors. Some floors will be about the sports. Some floors will be about the culture. So it depends, and that's why we want to. That's the way how we want to differentiate, or we want to bring people from many areas there. So as well, on each floor, you will have different type of the experiences. We can bring there the artists and make the concert, as well as we can have the floor without the gravity, where you can experience star experiences, or star space experiences basically, or even you can have on other floors the Formula One races. So it's very wide, and that's how it will work like.
I see, Michael. And with virtual influencers and creatives inside the Meta Tower, I'm wondering, there's going to be profitable opportunities for them. Is there going to be like a profit share inside a Meta Tower for influencers and creatives?
So we are bringing for them these whole events and assets that they can share for free. So whatever you will find there, you can share on other platforms. You can make the screenshot. You can even, place your avatar in the AR space as a AR experience. So you can mix the reality using the items from the Meta Tower. And the thing that the influencers for now needed, the real one influencers, or even if I will call myself influencer, what I need is the items to share, shareables basically. So we are giving them for free the shareables as well. When you will be famous, and when you will have a lot of followers, you can of course sell your avatar to someone else, or you can even sell the avatar to a brand that will need it, because you have so many followers and you have so many influence, so big influence on others. So basically, you can sell the avatar like you are selling today NFTs, because each avatar is connected with the blockchain. So that's the way how the avatars, or how the people can earn money on having the avatars. And of course, you can be as well the partner of some companies that will need an influence. So you can, for example, advertise their product as a virtual influencer inside our Meta Tower, and that's as well the type of the cooperation with the brands. Yeah.
But I also want to add something. You see, it's even just like nitpicking a little bit for everyone here. We're actually even taking the way an influencer is perceived and evolving that as well. Going back to this theme about this Web 2.0 and the restrictions. I mean, right now, it's very challenging sometimes to basically truly assess this influencer's weight, whether it's it's a YouTuber or a Twitter influencer, etc., because we're so limited today, basically, in the variables that we can utilize to assess that influencer, right? Where we either look at we tend to look at followers, right, viewers per video, or engagements per posts, but we all know that these unfortunately can be messed about with, right? So they're never an accurate telling. So it's also difficult to place a value, not only for that influencer's influence, but also a dollar value, a marketing budget value on how much that influencer is worth as well. And with this system that we're also bringing, and so another area that we're solving, another challenge that we're solving, is finally the ability to also quantify the value and the strength of an influencer's influence, and not only for the purpose of working with them, but eventually, as has been said already a couple times, even perhaps buying that influencer, creating this whole new economy as well here too, right? And I think this is something that needs to be truly understood, that for everyone who's participating in the call today, we are actually solving. We're actually using Web 3.0 and basically metaverse and tech and this fantastic tech to truly solve challenges that are being faced, and to truly break some of these barriers, these dated barriers, and continue the mission started by many companies before us. So I just want to reassure everyone here today that not only is there a vision, but there's also many challenges that the team here are using this technology to solve and bring to the future as well.
Okay, and how does the NFTs work? Are you going to be using it with the brands inside the Meta Tower? Are you going to be able to make virtual clothes and apparel?
So basically, the NFTs will be many of NFTs will be made by us, and some of them will be as well created with the cooperation with brands. As well, there are many projects that we are today nowadays talking with that are only focused on NFTs. But world of the NFTs. I don't want to say that the world of the NFTs is end, but the next step for the NFTs is to implement them to the avatars, to the virtual spaces, because you need to, show the people that there is something, that there is some usage in the NFTs, and it's not hard to speak with the NFTs producers to become a part of the platforms like a Meta Tower. So how it will work like, we'll generate in the end of the year an application for the avatars, and we'll have as well in this application the NFTs that will fit to avatars. So you can dress avatar with the NFTs on this application. First of all, this application in the first part of the first tier. So in the end of the year, this application will be open only for our influencers. At the beginning of the next year, it will be public. And the next step after launching the platform, after launching the first floor of the metaverse, you will be as well able to buy the cars as NFTs and use them in your interior or the furniture. So there is plenty of reason as well, possibilities to use the NFTs inside the Meta Tower, as well around the avatar, or even as a clothes for the avatar. So hope I answer your question.
So I also want to reassure everybody, this is not some sort of technique that Michal and I are using that he starts and then I reiterate. But I do want to touch up, being in this industry as long as I've been as well, basically, I do want to emphasize points simply because I think they might get lost sometimes over here. So again, as Michal just mentioned, we are launching phase one of a product by the end of this year. Okay, so real product, of course, right? And as he also mentioned just a few moments ago, with influencers. So we've already got influencers on board with us, and we're working on bringing even more on board. And out in the background over there, we've got we can't speak about it yet, basically, but we're also chatting with some top brands as well here too. I mean, there's a tremendous amount, even in this stage of the project right now, of interest, just given the fact of what we've been speaking about so far. And that's where I'll stop for now.
Thanks, guys. And yeah, so with the influencers, they're going to be first to make an avatar, and then are you saying the avatars will be minted into an NFT, so they've got actual ownership of that avatar?
Gary, do you want to answer on that, and I will add my answer to yours?
I'll let you start with this, because if I'm being very open here, Michal is our product guru, basically, and for fear of saying something stupid, I let him do the initial product answers here.
So as question was about first avatars and the influencers, we are speaking with really great fashion designer right now, and of course he will have the right as a first to having access to the Meta Tower. And because first we want to show really famous people that are using our Meta Tower. We'll bring him as well to platform, and we'll give him some gameplay. And if it's the question, each avatar will have the rights for his persona. And is the question, or I didn't understand the question maybe clearly? Isn't the answer, or I didn't understand the question clearly?
You would own the avatar then. I was wondering if you were going to mint an NFT to have ownership of the avatar, once you designed it in a sort of software way for the influencers, but it's not.
We don't want to. We don't want to be. It will be minted, but if it comes to the tools, we don't want to. We don't want to. Make the tools like you said, the designer tools. It will be fully customized, but everything will work per drag and drop. And we don't want to, make next application like the MetaHuman, when you will spend hours to create your own avatar. The application itself and the Meta Tower is focusing on the Generation Z that have few seconds to put everything together and experience it. So everything, even the customization of the avatar, will take you from few seconds to a few minutes, and we don't want to call it designers tool. It's mostly creative tool, so you will have the joy of mixing some things together to bring your imagination to life, but you will never spend there too much time to putting their details, sculpting them. It's not our job.
I see, Michael. And what partnerships are you putting together with the MT Tower? I know you were main sponsors recently at the Cryptoverse Expo. How did that go?
Oh, so maybe finally, Gary, about the partnerships and the
My
crypto.
gosh, well, maybe finally Gary. I mean, I've been speaking as well, right? So the thing is,
Okay,
we
sorry.
can't, it's all right. We can't mention partnerships quite yet, but we will drip feed them as and when we're able to. Basically, number one, we did have a fun time and a very productive time at this a local event called Cryptoverse. We're now also chatting with our marketing and agency partners about attending larger events soon as well. So hopefully we'll be able to meet most of the people attending this call today, basically, because we definitely want to show our faces to everyone and have more conversations with everyone about this fantastic project. Um, Long story short of it, I, I I just encourage everybody here to join our socials, but not because we just need or want more numbers on our SoMe and our community channels, but because genuinely speaking, all the announcements, all the stuff that's coming up, and there will be it's going to be frequently done, will be announced through there for sure. But we have to wait as we finalize, arrangements here and there, and as and when we can announce it, we will first announce it through official channels for sure.
Yeah, I will add as well that we prepare everything to launch as much as we can. We'll launch the micro page and whole strategy uh, month ago, and as well, we don't want to launch everything at once. So we have few partnerships that are really great, and I will be really amazed to announce them in the social media channels. But as well, we have some program for that, and we don't want to announce everything at once. I think that as well, it's bring the community more interested of that and focus on what we are doing. So be focused on our social medias, and we'll do their announcements soon, because we are as well traveling to basically to our influencers, and we are speaking with them, and there will be few really really sexy and great partnerships soon.
Okay, great, Michael. And MT Coin sold to the community in 4 rounds using MetaTower's own launchpad. I'm wondering, is this the first product you're launching on the launchpad, or have you done other projects in the past? And at what stage are we at, should I say, for community investors here to get involved with the MT Tower early seed phrase, I think we're in.
So the Launchpad was developed for this is I would argue this is our first product, one of our first products right now. This is proprietary, built for the project. So it's a very intuitive and very informative area right now, which will evolve into other features like your wallet and so forth. But right now, it's being used for these pre-sale stages of the token, basically. The launch pad is solely used for our, token sale right now. That's going on right now, basically. And I'm sorry, the second part of there was another part of the question.
Yeah, how our community investors could get involved, what stage we're at for the early phases of the MT Tower. I think we're in the seed round now, is it?
We're in the second stage, correct, basically, right? So first stage was a tremendous success. Given the market conditions currently, although we are thankfully seeing some signs of hope in our industry that this winter is thawing, but regardless, I personally have been speaking with other projects and exchanges and everything, and I've heard the kind of raises they've been doing and so forth, and we just beat them by miles with the first stage. Now we're coming towards the last couple of days where you can purchase our MT token at an extremely favorable rate, 2 cents a token, basically. But this stage ends in literally 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is 48 hours actually. And basically, um, again, when you log in, we have nothing to hide. You'll see the sales and how it's going basically, and we're very pleased with how this second stage is panning out, and we anticipate over the next 48 hours with some aggressive, comms and networks and so forth that we have, that will also end this second stage as successfully as we did the first stage. Then we take a little bit of a breather um, before we get into the third stage. But I'm also happy to say that this week we've also confirmed that we will be listing on one of the top exchanges as well too. And we're targeting that listing date on the 12th of October, right? It's already been confirmed with our exchange partner, basically, and we're very pleased with that for a few reasons. As I'm sure many people here are aware, it's not as easy as it used to be to list right away with one of the top exchanges, right? They have a lot more criteria these days. They have a lot more pre-screening requirements and so forth. I mean, I just said the same thing, criteria basically, right? And especially for projects that are still in their early stages. But we were very fortunate. I think that they, definitely bought into what we're building. They see that we're actually building tangible products here. The Launchpad was one of them. We, painted the vision. We talked about, our tokenomics, which they were very pleased with, and all the other different elements that make up the screening stages right now for listings. And in addition, they really bought into the fact that we are actually solving, challenges that the industry faces. So I have to say that that's already a testament to the belief in our product, that we didn't have to start with, I would say, maybe tier 3 or tier 4 exchanges, but we're already starting at a much higher tier on the 12th of October when we go listing as well too. So it's fantastic. Really, the momentum from these pre-sales to the people that want to get involved with us, the partnerships that want to get involved with us at this stage, really is a testament to the fact that the team here is driven towards delivering quality and genuinely, products that do actually make sense, basically. Miha, did you want to add anything to that yourself?
No, it was so complex. So thank you.
Okay, great. And what's the marketing plans leading up to the launch and say the first quarter after launch? What you're planning? Anything different with the metaverse compared to regular sort of campaigns that we do?
Excellent question. So we've onboarded a top international, crypto agency that is working with us right now in terms of basically, well, in terms of covering the basics first, if I'm being open with everyone here. So, we are looking, of course, at doing AMAs like the ones we're doing with yourselves today. And covering our social media and covering our community building and so forth, as well as attending events, as well as getting ourselves out there, as well as really showing the world that we don't have anything to hide about. You go to our website, our pictures are there, whether or not you want to look at them or not, basically, right? But they are there. Our backgrounds are there. We don't have anything to be ashamed of or hide, basically, experience wise. And we want to get out to more events and definitely get out on the ground with more people and discuss this project as well. But of course, it's not just about B2C marketing techniques that we use. It's also, of course, about creating relationships and partnerships with businesses. And we are also we are also progressing there as well, and hopefully we'll be adding some more logos soon enough to our website as a result of that. But it's not just your usual players here, but also the ones that are more sensible for our platform, which we've spoken about. For example, the different influencers, brands, and top labels, basically. Now, look, eventually, when we get that momentum going, when we get that volume going, well, look, I mean, MT Tower itself is meant to be a platform for communication and engagement. And we do envision that once the platform is launched, we'll start even developing our kind of, I'd say, in a complementary way, of course, some marketing, some opportunities within our own platform, basically, as well. But we're not there yet. So right now, we're just about building the basics and working with our agency. Right now, we're also going to potentially onboard a few other channels to work with us too, to truly grow. We're very fortunate, and I just want to let everyone know, because I think this is extremely important. We are very fortunate to be backed by some extremely driven private investors already, right? That truly not only bought into the concept, but understand its potential. And as a result of that, we do have the financials, the budgets as well, to push aggressively forward and basically drive the brand and the vision and basically the why MT Tower forward. And as a result of the rounds that we've already had, the last one and the current one, we're getting more and more backing to work with to develop out not just marketing, but also even bringing out some of the products that we're, mentioning on our website and getting and delivering to the milestones. I think when everyone looks at what we're doing here, we tick all the right boxes in terms of delivery, in terms of concept, in terms of vision, drive, in terms of basically being a real opportunity in this industry. So we're super energized about all of that. And Michał, did you want to add anything else to that, perhaps?
Yeah, the whole platform, it's a way of advertisement, of our advertising new technologies. And I think that the huge step will be the end of the year when it will be ready with the application for avatars. It will advertise ourselves in the best way, because as Gary said, it's a KPI. It's one of the KPIs, and I think that it will open the eyes of many people's how the world will be look like in the future as well. We are not we are dreamers, and we all here are the dreamers, and we like to dream about big things and big ideas. But the big ideas needs small steps to create whole vision, to bring the whole vision to the world. and that's why we are making these KPIs, because this project is not a 1 year project. This project will take for sure more than 1 year, maybe 3-4 years, and it will be evolved. But in the end, it will be really huge, and it will be really something that changed the rules of how the social media today looks like. It's not only our imagination, but it's trend. Facebook has 12 years. Instagram is quite old as well right now. So it just it's just right moment to bring such kind of platform to the life, and to announce that in the proper way for the wider audience. Yeah, so that's all.
Okay, great, guys. I'll open it up to community investor questions shortly. I just wanted to ask, I saw you chose Polygon blockchain to launch on, and I'm wondering why you decided on the Polygon compared to, say, Solana, which is very popular with gaming projects and metaverses as well.
Gary, you are the
This one
best.
I happily think. Well, I don't know, because this was a decision. Look, I mean, Polygon is an excellent blockchain as well, especially the developments they're doing. Especially the ongoing developments that they've been doing, especially this year. So I don't think there's I think there's many benefits. But actually, Michal, I'm going to actually have to ask you to touch on this one, because I wasn't there for this decision, basically.
So basically, is the best choice for us, because the blockchain of the Polygon itself is the most modern Polygon right now, and the team is developing that as well very fast, as what we will see in one day tomorrow. They will bring the new fresh tools in the market. So for us, it's not only about comparing the Polygon, the blockchain itself. It's as well comparing the teams that are working on it. And because we have very strong and good connection with the team of the Polygon, we know each other very well. So we decided to go this direction and to use the Polygon as well. We announced Polygon, the strategy that we wanted to show for the world, that the Polygon is the most eco-friendly blockchain in the world, and it's our type of the cooperation in the Polygon. So it's because of they are very advanced with the technology. They have great people inside that are working on that, and we are in a close connection with them. So that's the answer why we chose Polygon.
I see. Let's move on to community investor questions. Let's see. Syed, you had a question for Michael or Gary at MT Tower. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I was wondering on which game engine is Metaverse being developed on, and I also want to know that on which servers are you planning on deploying MetaTower, and what maximum number of user and participants will be able to join the Metaverse simultaneously?
Go on, Michal. You can start.
No, go.
I was going to go ahead, Michal. I'll stop.
Okay, so I will say Unity as engine, and you can say about the server. Sure.
No. You took the easy one. You need to do the server as well.
So we will choose the Unity, because it's not so super expensive. We're speaking and thinking about it with the developers, which type of engine we should use. And Unreal, screening of our Unreal cost around $1 million per minute, something like that. It's super expensive. It's Unreal to use the Unreal in the metaverse when you're thinking about it in real. And in the same time, Unity gives us, great opportunities to render everything in a real time. For sure, as this Web3 project, it will not have the kind of quality that you will have in the Unity games. but it's for sure, great tool to use it on our metaverse. As well, if you are asking about the servers, it's not decided till now. We first need to launch the teasers of our metaverse, see how much traffic will generate, but for sure it will not be it will be a lot of servers. We expect in the first year. Okay, I will not give you the numbers because it's tricky. But we still calculating that. We need set the trailer first to see how many traffic do we have in the first row in the first stage after the launch of the platform. So everything for now is just the calculation, but we are focusing now on deploying and developing the platform itself rather than calculating how many servers do we need, because we need a trial first. We need to trial it first.
Understood. And thank you for explaining that very nicely. Thank you so much. Over to you, Glenn.
For the question, Syed, let's move to Aisha. You had a question for the MT Tower team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. So I was thinking, will creators be able to bring their empty tower avatar into AR to record videos and create content as virtual influencer in AR as well? Will you be providing this feature?
If I got correct your question, yeah, of course, it will be launched at the same time when you will have the avatar generator app. Each avatar will be able you will be able to put your avatar in an AR environment for sure. We will bring as well to life the Snapchat application to put there your avatar and use it along the social media platforms like Snapchat. I was thinking as well about the TikTok, but the TikTok because TikTok may be very difficult for us from the political situation. But we are planning to launch the avatar as well in the AR. Sure. Mm-hmm. Is it the answer for your question, or I didn't answer?
No, you answered my question. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Question, Aisha. Let's move to Western Beast. You had a question for the MT Tower team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. So, let me get the introduction of your light paper. From the second paragraph, you said using content generated from Meta Tower, and you said you have a wide range of customization that will be created on the MC Tower overview. So these tools, how do participants access these tools? They are going to be paid for. Am I correct? So what happens when the MT team decides to add an update? Will they need to pay for a new subscription of the update, or is it that is a one-time payment plan? How is the schedule plan for payment like?
Yeah, very good question. Thank you for it. First of all, for the users, you will not be charged for coming to the metaverse, because it will be open metaverse. You will not need to pay for anything. What you need to pay is NFTs, and we connect our launchpad. That's why we bring very easy to use launchpad with the whole structure of the Meta Tower. So every old transaction will be connected with our launchpad, and you will need to have the tokens as well. If it comes to the customization tools will be for free, but some options like you in the customization you can have the option of changing your body, and you don't need to pay for that. But if you want to buy for your avatar some new clothes, is the point where you will, have the opportunity to buy it and sell your token. I mean, sorry, and pay by using your token. So maybe I didn't, I heard everything, but if not, tell me.
Yeah, I think you basically explained it. I'll be asking the rest of my questions in your social channels. I'm wishing you guys the very best, and I hope the MC Tower project stays bullish moonward. Over to you, Glenn.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you for the question, Western Beast. Let's move to Venice. You had a question for the MT Tower team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Glenn. As you guys mentioned that people can meet brands in the Meta Tower, I was wondering if it's possible for other players to work as an employee for the brands in the Meta Tower or Metaverse, or can anyone open their business and hire other players for running their businesses in the Metaverse?
Yeah, we'll provide them as a partners. So if you wanted to, if you are the brand, you need to first come to us. And for brands, we have the special offers because the brands will have the exclusive opportunity to be created by us. So will be something like the advertising agencies. Brands will not have the access to our tower from the street. They need to contact first with us, and we'll provide them. We'll create for them the avatar and the strategy. So that's the kind of business plan that we have for the Meta Tower. If it comes to the big corporations, of course, if you are not recognizable brand and you just wanted to create, if you are not a Balenciaga, you can create your own avatar because it's the different scale. But it's more about scale. If you are the Adidas and you want to join to our community, we'll charge you for that, and we'll provide you that. We'll provide your avatar. It's two types of the strategy, business strategy. If we are talking about the avatars for small brands, it's of course the client to client. And if you are talking about the partnership with the huge brands, it's more about the strategy for B2C, business to client.
Okay, understood. And thank you so much for answering my question.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for the questions, Venice. Unfortunately, we've run out of time today. It's been great speaking to Michael and Gary at MT Tower project. It's a great project for our community investors to hear about today. So it's been a pleasure speaking to you guys. As we say, Wellcoin talks for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice, but you can check out the website, the white paper, and the official socials are in our main chat. There's still some hands up, but unfortunately, we've run out of time. So if you've got any questions, we can get you, like I say, through the main chat. We've got the official socials there. Head over there, and I'm sure someone from the team will be able to answer any questions you have after the AMA. Thank you very much for coming, guys. And I think we've got to spin the wheel now for two lucky winners, $50 each. If Axe is there.
Yes. Can you
Yep,
see?
there's the wheel.
Okay, so the wheel's up. Yeah, so I'm spinning it twice, $50 for two lucky listeners. And as Glenn mentioned, guys, the chat is still locked. Don't get lost along the way. Just go to the official website, and there's a lot of information there. All the link to the socials are there, and we keep things kind of high level. So if you're more on the technical side, or if you want to learn about the project in depth, I'm sure there's going to be somebody to answer any and all of your questions. So join up and engage. It's certainly something super exciting to look forward to. Okay, I got two IDs here. Congratulations, guys. We'll DM you for your wallet, and we'll send over the prizes. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. This has been super great, and thank you to the Metaverse Tower, Gary and Michael for being here with us. It's really been super exciting. So thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you for having us. Do we have another minute to basically to also give a little present to the users for today in celebration of how well our sale is going and the fact that this is one of our first AMAs in this. Would it be all right, Glenn? And
yeah, if you want to do a roundup, because people have been joining in the middle of the AMA, so they might have missed the first half. Yeah, give us a
right.
recap over the MT Tower project.
So from a high level, everyone, my name's Gary. That's Michał. We're very happy to be here today, right? We are talking about MT Tower, which is at metatower.com. It's the we're saying an evolutionary phase of social media and influencers, basically in the metaverse, whereby we're going to be solving many of the challenges faced today and allowing influencers to be more influential and brands to engage even more with users. And basically, we're launching the first version of the Avatar Builder towards the end of the year. We are also in the current stages, currently in the second stage of our MT token sale, which is going to become the official currency of this whole metaverse ecosystem. And basically, we are also already confirmed that we'll be listing that token on the 12th of October with one of the top exchanges soon to be announced. And basically, in addition to the spinning wheel game here, we wanted to also offer everybody a little bit of a little bonus from our side if you're interested in the MT token. That basically we will we're allocating about $20,000 worth of our token. So for first come first serve for this channel specifically, exclusively. And for any purchases of our token up to $200 worth in our token, we will match that. So if you purchase $200 worth of MT token right now, we will also match that with another $200 on us up until we run out of that budget, basically. This will last until the end of the current sale, which is over on Friday. And we will then reconciliate that with yourselves, a little bit afterwards, basically. Additionally, for the first 10 people that come to our Telegram channel, basically, and mention that they're here from Whale Coin Talk, basically, right, and list your name and username, and basically, share us out there. We'll also give you 100, MT tokens as well too. So we just wanted to make this a little bit extra special for yourselves in celebration of how well things are going in our soon to go live listing and our soon to go live, more importantly, our soon to go live product. And we want to really thank you guys for being here with us today. And that's from my side. Michał, anything else from your side, sir?
Oh no, it's really good. It's really good to hear you at the end, and it's really full of information that may be needed. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary.
Well, thank you very much for coming, Michael and Gary. It's a great offer for our community. I'm sure they'll get involved, and I'll finish the recording, send a copy over for you to share with your community. I'll send that into our main chat for anyone who couldn't join the call today.
Thanks, guys. See you then.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming, guys, and take care. Yeah.